amongst the 47 counties will also be choosing their county leadership, all the way from the governor to the senator to members of county assembly, a position that has attracted a record high of 8,000 plus candidates for this position. They will also be voting for the woman representative as well as a member of parliament. So there we go, 8 presidential candidates in this particular election. Abduba Dida of the Alliance for Real Change being one of them, and of course Ekuru Court of the Third Way Alliance Party. Just some of the candidates in this particular election. We also have an independent candidate, Michael Wainaina, as well as Japheth Kavinga Kaluyu, both of them running independently in the August 8th general election. And of course, telling Kenyans that they will make the difference and they are the change that the country needs. And the two front runners, according to political pundits and opinion polls, Jubilee Party's Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the incumbent president, as well as NASA presidential flag bearer and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga there. This is the race to watch. It is the 4th time that Raila Odinga is trying his luck at the presidency. The 3rd time for President Uhuru Kenyatta, and this is a hotly contested election. Opinion polls, of course, have put them neck to neck, so only Kenyans turning up at the polls can decide this election. We also have Cyrus Jirongo of the UDP party and independent candidate Joseph Nyaga, who is, of course, running independently for this position. And those are the presidential candidates in this election. The media, of course, has been accused of only propagating a 2-horse race, but Kenyans will be making the decisions. Will you vote for either of the 8 presidential candidates? The decision is entirely up to you. But in this election, of course, the different counties also hold the stakes as devolution continues to play out. And in Nairobi County, 2.2 million registered voters there, and that is what is at stake. Of course, we've seen massive rallies take part in Nairobi. It is the capital city of Kenya, and of course one of the most strategic counties that both parties would want to have. In Kiambu County, another hotly contested county there, 1.1 million registered voters. Of course, a lot of campaigns are going on in Kiambu County. Remember, this was one of the counties where during the nomination process, there was quite a big change with regard to the number of incumbents that was, so to speak, hounded out of their positions. The people of Kiambu, they're making a decision to have an entirely new set of leadership. And of course, when it comes to the women on the presidential ballot, we only have Miriam Mutua there, who is the running mate to independent candidate Professor Michael Wainaina. And of course, a lot of criticism has been pointed towards both Jubilee and NASA with regard to the inclusion of women in their political formations. It is something that we will be taking a look at. The 2/3 gender rule also coming into play. It is, of course, its fate unclear now as we head towards the 12th Parliament. But we already have 9 women who are vying for the governor's seat. And so it is clear now that for the first time in Kenyan history, we may have a woman, or female governor rather. Of course, the pioneer devolution or devolved governments did not have a single woman in the governorship position. So in this election, of course, a lot more expected for the women. 131 women already running for the position of member of parliament. Remember, this is another position that has attracted a record high number of candidates, especially now with the inclusion of independent candidates. And when it comes to the Senate seat, 21 women now also running for the Senate seat. A lot of women coming out to, of course, front themselves for these elective positions. When it comes to county woman representative, 299 women there running for this position in all the 47 counties. And of course, a lot of questions from Kenyans as to whether a man can run for this position, but 299 women running for the position of woman representative. Representative, a race that we will also be closely following as the devolved government continues to shape up in this 2017 general election. Now, when it comes to member of county assembly, a position that has undoubtedly attracted a record high number of candidates. There are about 8,000 plus candidates in total for the position of a member of a county assembly. So we have 900 women out of the 8,000 candidates running for that position who are women. And this is a race we'll continue keeping an eye on. It is now 49 minutes past the hour, just about 2 hours into voting here in the country. A date with destiny for Kenyans, and Kivumbi 2017 is your station for all the comprehensive coverage. For now, let me hand you over to my colleague Michael Gitonga for more incisive reviews on this election. But first, let's move on to some of our reporters on the ground. Let's speak to Chris Thairu, who is continuing